Yo, 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 what is up for another episode of Monday with Molly? I feel like I added a couple extra letters right there. Anywho, as per usual, YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. Working on getting to those 1,000 subscribers. It's just a goal that I made up for myself, that number. Truth being, doing these 2 videos a week for you to share with others, to help them constantly be evolving to be the best version of themselves. I certainly am learning as I go too, because I usually need to hear the message that I'm sharing. So please like, share, subscribe. So today's video's topic is evolving friendships. Evolving friendships. And this topic came to me because this week there were a lot of different messages about friendships that were showing up in my life. It started with there were a couple of students who messaged me on Instagram who were having some friendship issues with, not thinking maybe a friend is talking behind their back and what do I do? And we talk about you got to address it versus just pretending it doesn't happen. You can ask, maybe it's a rumor, but you have to have that conversation, which might be a tough conversation. And there was another message about a student feeling like they didn't, because of COVID and not being able to interact in person, that the friendships have kind of dissolved and they don't really think they have really good friends anymore, which is tough at any age, especially being young. And then the third sign was about doing this about friendships. Last night I had my inner circle of girlfriends over. We hung out. We always have a great time. We laugh. We've been friends for 36 years. We're all very, very different, but when we get together, it works and we have so much fun. And then I run a Facebook group for women, and I had posted about my friends from last night and who are your people? And another friend from high school said I used to have my group of ride or die women, and then those friendships have kind of dissolve, but it's okay because we all evolve in different ways. And then I just had a Zoom chat with a young lady who I went on my Africa trip last year with. She just graduated college and she was doing something for the organization we traveled with. And just to be able to spend a half an hour on Zoom with her to reconnect, just filled my heart. So those are all the messages of how friendship has come in. So what do we do with that? Here's the thing with friendships. Again, in my opinion. First of all, no matter your age, you should always be able to be yourself when you're around your friends. Always. Always. If you have to change who you are or be fake to fit in, that's likely not the best fit or the best group of friends. Doesn't mean you can't be acquaintances with them or hang out sometimes, but we're talking about getting a core group of friends. Again, you don't need a million friends on social media or not your followers. I'm talking in real life humans, in your space, you only need a few. You'll have other top tier, top shelf friends, and then next shelf maybe a little bit more, and then third shelf, just for fun. So there's different levels of friendship, but the real core ones, you should always be able to be yourself, never have to change who you are, because they will accept you for who you are. They will love you for that. And it doesn't mean that they're not going to call you out on your garbage too. They should. That's okay too. You don't need yes people around you. So a friendship, you should always be able to be yourself. Second is, you should be able to feel good when you're around them. There's a quote that's always going around the internet, it says something like, pay attention to who you're with when you feel your best. I'm like, gosh, I love that. So not the friend that you've had since kindergarten or the colleague that you've worked with for 10 years that you think, well, I just have to stay being friends with them because we've been friends for so long. Who do you feel your best with? Who are you around when you feel your best? That's what friendship feels like. Now, I'm not saying you don't have arguments sometimes and disagreements. Of course, you're human. But the majority of the time, you should be feeling really good because you boost each other up. The other thing about friendships And especially with them evolving, like my other friend from high school I had mentioned earlier, her ride or dies, that's kind of dissolved. I've had plenty of friendships like that too. Some friendships have dissolved because of a disagreement where we were not really mature enough to address it, putting my hand up for that. Or there have actually been things that have happened that were like, yep, nope. Or sometimes someone, you're coming up at the same level and the relationship works, even if it's dysfunctional. It could be functional, dysfunctional. And then at some point, the trajectory of that kind of starts to change. Whether you both grow apart, one grows apart. And it's weird. It's weird, like, gosh, we've been friends for X number of years, and why aren't we? It's strange. It's not easy. But that's also what happens. That's life. Like I always say, like when I was teaching middle school, some of your middle school friends, for example, by the time you're a senior, some will still be your friends, but some won't, because high school, there's tons of transformation that happen in high school. And then to college. And then when you're an adult and you start to evolve and find out who you are and you do the work on yourself to grow, and maybe someone else, a friend, doesn't, or maybe they evolve too, but you've evolved in different directions. That's okay. Just because you've been friends with someone for a certain length of time doesn't mean you have to be friends with that person forever. If you are, that's super cool. I would certainly hope that my girlfriends who were over last night will be friends until the end, barring some terrible catastrophe or whatever. I mean, I'm not a fortune teller. But I do know that all of us, we can absolutely show up as ourselves. We feel great when we're around each other, and we support and cheer each other on in however we are evolving, or if there's an issue or a problem and we need a sounding board, or we might text one individual and go, I just need some help with this thing, or I just need to vent, I don't even need to reply, or hanging out with each other's kids, or going to a sporting event. We support each other through the good, the bad, the ugly, because we've all been in the good, the bad, the ugly. So that's what I think friendship is, no matter what age. Be yourself. You don't have to change to fit in, because if you show up as yourself, you will belong. Feeling really good around those people and supporting each other along the way and allowing growth and evolution. And that's what I just want to add this too. With the young gal I just had my Zoom with, Maggie from Michigan, to be able to connect with her. We were on this Africa trip for 2 weeks. There was like 15 of us. We all got along great. Some of us went to Puerto Rico in February, like to go do a half marathon, which got canceled. But we just, in a short period of time, we just became friends, and we now still interact and talk online. It's cool. But to see Maggie, I knew her for 2 weeks. It's been almost a year and a half. To be able to connect on Zoom and see and just connect and talk and be real, that friendship, that means a ton. I know she thinks I'm just giving her some pep talk and motivation and some advice, and I love that she receives it. But my heart gets full to be able to communicate. I could get choked up now. My heart gets full because it has to be a two-way street also. That's what friendship is. I hope that helps you, especially in this time where we're not always in person anymore. Some you are, some you aren't. It depends on where you are, but however you're connecting, all of those principles still apply. Hope that helps you and the people you care about. Please share it with someone that you love, that this will help. As always, sharing, liking, subscribing is a great way to support the channel and each other. So take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you at the end of the week for the next Flip Your 20 Friday. Peace.